Hey, one person. Go ahead and say who you are in the chat. Let's so I know who I'm yapping with. All right, I'll wait for a few more minutes because I know people tend to come on when I'm deep in conversation. I guess I don't know, but you go and catch the replay. Like, comment, and subscribe would be much appreciated. All right, I'm gonna start in a few more minutes. Well, I look and see what classes are coming up for Crunch Fitness. I'm gonna go to the gym in a few more minutes. Well, I can say a few minutes, with a couple of hours rather. Let me see. Mm, Okay. All right, I'm gonna start because okay, I'm gonna start. So anyway, I took my test today, my assessment test for my first class, and I didn't pass it again. And at this point, I'm like saying to myself, what is it that I'm doing? I know I studied. I don't know if I'm studying correctly or my approach is not done correctly or whatever the case may be. So it's basically like 60, 65, 66 questions, various different parts, and it's proctored. So I took it at home, and you have to have an external camera, which I'm gonna show you. This little camera I bought. I'm not using the camera from my phone, not phone, from my computer, and just trying to situate the camera. And we got to move this and move that and this and that and all this kind of stuff. And then I started taking the test, and then those questions were nothing like the format in which I took. It was like, I mean, if you could see this floor, I got a whole bunch of papers on the floor, a whole bunch of notes written. I mean, index cards. Look at this. I have index cards and in my notebook, and I'm just reading and reading and writing notes, and I was like, oh God, this is too much. And then I took it, used the whole time. I just don't know. I said to myself, is it that I'm doing too much? Like I said, I was doing, three different things, data camp, which is basically learning various different fields and data scientist, machine learning. It's interactive, WGU platform. It's like you're not in a classroom with people. You're not in a room with other people. You don't have any instructors in Zoom. So it's basically self-paced learning. And this very first class is it's not, it's a basic class. And it's a whole lot of reading, it's a whole lot of things. But the thing about it is the first class, it doesn't really, I mean, you learn about data science, data scientifics, the role and what they do and all that kind of stuff. But I was like, oh, come on. It was like too much. Like I said, this class started October the 1st or the 2nd, right? So it's been a month, over a month. And each course, you have to finish it within a month because every class starts 1 month at a time. So the first semester, which I'm in, is basically 5 classes. All right, two people, give the thumbs ups. And it is quite different from what I've always done, even from undergrad and my MBA. And I mean, I really put a lot of effort in studying for this test. So when it popped up and said I didn't pass it, I said, "Oh, forget it. Forget it." So I'm going to speak to my mentor. She's gonna be good with me. I gave her a set up an appointment time at 5 o'clock today or something like that. So I'm going to talk to her, and I'm taking the second class right now. So it's the same format, competency based, where you take 70 questions and it's multiple choice. And I'm just going through the different things. What is an algorithm and this, and I mean, it's not like you actual hands on learning the code, learning to do the programming and anything like that. It's very so I said to myself, am I wasting my time trying to go with an undergraduate degree for data analytics and learn and then turn around um it's going to take me at least till 2025 to finish the program and get a degree. Now, as I was saying before, I'm only going to school at WGU or any program for that matter is because of Amazon Career Choice. I'm not paying for it. They pay for it. They pay for it up front. You don't have to turn in your grades or nothing of the kind. You're just taking courses. So I was saying to myself, I just can't seem to find my niche in terms of, I mean, I know what I want to do as a career, but I wonder, is learning textbook, e learning, textbook procedures is efficient to gain the skills as a data analyst? Now, I signed up in conjunction with WGU. I signed up for Data Camp, datacamp.com. Now, datacamp.com is not a particular school, but you learn various different things in data, data scientists, data analytics, and things like that. So, I figured, okay, let me try to do the data analytics program at WGU and Data Camp and try to see if I could kind of do it at the same time. Now, I am learning the same things, but Data Camp is more streamlined in a sense that it's not like you reading e-chapters and just reading and reading. It was, I don't know. I'm just gonna finish the program. I'm not gonna finish the degree per se at this point because I said to myself, I'm not putting myself back in student loan debts. I'm not gonna take out student loans. I'm not gonna try to apply for some scholarships and see if I can get, because most of the time these places give you a scholarship. It doesn't really give you 100% ride. And I said to myself, do I really need to be going to get another bachelor's degree? I don't want another piece of paper or something to put on. I got a degree and not learn anything. I mean, yeah, I can learn things. I can learn a position about data analytics and learn the required skills like Python or R. Just the more hands-on. But all this reading and you know what questions would be asked in this scenario? And, I was like, oh God, I studied, y'all know I studied. I studied so hard. I didn't even do anything with Walmart Spark. I did yesterday. Now, last night, I went to the gym, worked out, studied at the library, and then I did Walmart Spark. Now, Walmart Spark was pretty good yesterday, surprisingly. So I was on my way home, and I was like, I'll do one or two. So when I turned on the app yesterday, Sunday evening, I was at the Publix, and I got the first thing I got was a shop and deliver. I said, "Oops!" And it was great. I wasn't that far from the. I was not that far from. Well, yes, I was. I was like 20 minutes away from the Walmart. I said, "Oh, let me do this one." So I went there and did it. And then after that, um, I ended up getting another shop and deliver. And I was like, "Ooh, ooh, look at God!" And then I had one that I had to pick up and delivered. And let me see, 1, 2, 3. How many did I do yesterday? Did I do 3 yesterday? Let me look. Sunday. No, I did 4. Actually, I did 4 yesterday. So the first one was a shop and deliver, and the other one was Home Depot for $10. And then the third order I had was a shop and deliver. And then the fourth one was on my way home, and I said, "Ooh, it was $24.24." And that one, I looked at. Remember that I was on a live stream briefly, and I said, "I know this one didn't say no apartment, but it was 2 houses." So that was $24.25. No, 24. Let me look again. I'm dang. $24.24. So I almost got like $30 worth of tips from yesterday. So I did 4 deliveries last night, and that was a pretty good order considering that by the time I started doing the grocery deliveries, it was 5ish, a little bit. No, it wasn't after. Let me see. It was almost 6 o'clock. So for about 6, and I end up finishing at 9:30ish. So that was pretty good for me to do 4 in that short time, and not have to work all day. So I didn't work all day. So, and then I have some tips pending. So I'll probably end up doing some tonight. Tonight. It's 4:03 now. I don't like to do nothing now because it starts to get busy. But um, when it gets to like 20 after 4, 4:45, that tends to be rush hour, and I don't really feel like dealing with no rush hour. And so I'm going to be going to the gym. I'm trying to do that kick. I'm trying to find a class with the boxing class. But let me see. I'm trying to see, is it the one at Tucker, or is it going to be one in the one I need to go to Snellville? Ugh. But anyway, I took that dumb test today and didn't pass. So I'm kind of aggravated. So I said to myself, you know what? WGU has it in a way that if you have to retake a test for like um, the third time, you have to pay. And I said, you know what? I am not going through that. I said, forget it. I'm just going to keep on taking these 4 classes and go through and learn the basics, because these are like learn the foundation. And I'm not going to focus about taking some assessment, because I'm really I could still find other ways of learning it. And I'm just gonna take the fundamentals foundation, because after that, the other courses in terms of learning Python and all the other ones, I actually could go on Udacity or some of those other platforms and do the program. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to focus about getting a degree because, like I said, I'm trying to just gain the skills to learn. But the way how they teach it, I'm not saying WGU is not good. It's good, but I don't like that. I don't like how they. I don't like how they. I don't like how they go and doing about it. Competency test. And then you just um taking multiple choice tests and exams. I'm like, okay, but where do you get to really learn the code? Where do you get to apply? That's what I want to do, and I didn't really um, expect it to be like that. So I said, I'll be 55 in a couple more weeks, and I'm gonna keep on at it though. I'm gonna keep on at it. But like I said, like I told them up front, I said I'm taking classes as long as Amazon's paying for the course and the career choice. And if I said to myself, I can't. No, I tried. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna learn the other. I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna still do the Microsoft Power, and I need to work on that because that one was free, and that's 90. That's 3 months, and I really enjoyed learning that because you actually get to learn and you chat bots and writing code and learning, not so much reading a whole bunch of read. I can't. It's too much. I want the hands on. I want the hands on where you actually learn coding and learning SQL and learning that type of thing. And I really thought the program was going to be centered towards writing programs and things of that nature. But this was the e-textbook and you reading the chapters and pages and pages on online on a computer, and then you answering multiple choice questions. And I said, okay. So after this, I said to myself, what is it that I'm doing? What am I doing? I'm trying to learn. I'm learning the different skills on data camp. I'm gonna put it online, let y'all look at it. Y'all can look at it if y'all want. Maybe datacamp.com, and then I'm doing um, Microsoft Power, and anybody could go on these platforms and learn these skills. And you actually are doing writing programs. So that was, but it's just so confusing. It's just so confusing. And I know I've taken basic programming courses years ago when I was an undergrad, when I went to school in New York. I remember learning all those decision tree and the logic, if then buts and all that stuff. I was like, I remember this. But and my eyes are burning. Okay, three people, go ahead and put the two additional thumbs ups. I know y'all was in here. What happened? Y'all just disappeared. It is so quiet. It's like I haven't heard nobody ramble up the street, and then when I did hear somebody, he's going to be rambling through the grass. All that leaves I need to be blowing. I need to be blowing those leaves. I need to be go out there and blow those leaves. I need to. I bought me some brand new lawn equipment. I bought me a blower and an edger. So I need to put that together. It's still in the box. I bought it on Saturday. So I need to put that together, charge it up so I could go out there and blow those leaves and rake the leaves. But I think it's dried up now. I think all the leaves has fallen off that tree finally. Cause I was gonna say, I said I'm gonna wait till all the leaves are falling, all the leaves are gone now, so I could go and then it's got to dry up, so I could take that lawnmower and mulch it up while I mow the lawn. That's what I'm gonna do. Mulch the. I'm not gonna rake up all those leaves and put them in a bag and put them to the curb. I don't understand why people bag up their leaves when you could all you could do is just cut the grass, mulch it, and then use that to put it in the flower bed so it could use it as natural fertilizer for the grass. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not bagging up no leaves. I'm gonna mulch all those leaves up, blow them in the back, and let all those leaves decompose. But I do need to blow those leaves and cut them. I mean, so I'm gonna do that. But nope, I didn't pass. So I'm gonna keep on learning. I'm just gonna move on from that course. I'm saying, okay, that's it. I'm not looking at that first course. I'm gonna go on to the next course to learn and keep going. I'm just gonna take those foundation courses, and I'm supposed to be finished these 4 classes. I'm supposed to be finishing 5 classes in February, and I'm not even halfway finished. So I was like, oh God, let me just keep on going. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, 4 people, who's in here, please? Go ahead and say hey, hi. Don't be lurking in the background and don't speak. So, all right, 4 thumbs ups. No, 4 people in the room, only 1 thumb. Hmm. You can put the thumbs up. Ain't nobody asking for money. It's free. Hey, y'all. Yep, look at this. Understanding of data science from Data Camp. Congratulations, you finished understanding data science. And the thing about it, when I went to do that program on data science in datacamp.com, it's more easier to understand, and you actually do things, it actually says write a program for this blah blah blah, and then I'm able to do it. But I can't do all that just plain reading and answering multiple choice questions. That's too much. It is so irrelevant. That's the thing. It's like, why did they even offer a course like that? It's so irrelevant in my opinion. So let me see what else going on. UPS jobs. Let me see what UPS talking about. I don't know why UPS sending me this message. I told them I wasn't interested. They about we decided to move on. Y'all didn't decide to move on. I moved on. Y'all call me all, send me emails, voicemail messages and stuff. I went on UPS.com just to see what they were talking about because they would have had to hire tens of thousands of people across the country. So is Amazon, and I went on UPS just to see what they were talking about, and I never continued. As a matter of fact, when they called me, I said no, I'm not interested. Don't say nobody about we decide to move on. You decide to move on. I moved on. I mean, these companies are a trip. I know it's automated, so I can't take it personally. But they called me to death. I was like, God dang, you click on something to inquire about a job of some sort, they'll call you to death. I was like, dang, I was just looking on there just to see. Not that I was interested in working there. I worked at UPS years ago. Matter of fact, it was right here in Atlanta. And phew, you thought that Amazon was a trip. UPS is a trip too. They a trip as well. And it don't take nothing to get a job with UPS and Amazon when you're doing physical labor work. Let me tell you that. It is not hard to get on with those companies. And that's any company for that matter when I think about it. I remember I worked at Carter's a few years ago. It was looking for people during the holiday season. All you had to do is apply, go on that date they tell you to go. You take a drug test that same day, and then they say, oh, here you go. Man, I worked at Carter's. It was maybe 2 weeks. It was right around Christmas. And they tell people they was rude as well. You come to work and people, they just want to talk to you. They don't even they talk at you. They don't talk, they want to talk at you and be rude and carry on and all kind of craziness. And then they had that, they got that slave mentality of you gotta be at your station, you are 1 minute late, but yet you walking a half a mile, 2 miles to get to where you have to go. Mm-mm. And I was going to that Carter's. It was all the way in Jefferson. It was at that Amazon that I used to work at over there. It takes you like, well, I take the back road. Now I will take the back road now because I wouldn't want to go on 85 because they had all that construction going on. So I would go the back way, which is 3 shots. I'll go down 124, then go Braston Highway, go all the way down, travel 10 miles, and then make a left. And all those warehouses was right on there, up there in Braselton and Jefferson, up in that area. And they pick these companies as long as you could come take the test, take the drug test on the spot, they'll hire you. There ain't no interviews. There's no, well, what do you do in this situation and this and they mm-mm. As long as you was able to physically do the demanding job work, well, first pass that drug test. So they take a drug test right on the spot. So they'll hire people. And they hire people in masses too. Two, three, 400 people in one day. So if you live here in Georgia, there's no reason, no excuse to say, I ain't got no job, I can't find nothing. One thing for sure, they have plenty of warehouse jobs you could do. But when it comes to um, a career base job where you have to have some kind of skills and knowledge, or even who there's still a demand for people that they need people for, but sometimes um, it's a lot. And I'm starting to realize, not starting to, I've always knew because it's always been advertised all over the place and they speak about this online, that a lot of people, that quiet quitting when COVID happened, people were quiet quitting. They would work a company and they would, because even being a job as an engineer, data analyst, um, corporate jobs, business wise, it's a lot. And it could be strange for someone mentally. And a lot of people are just like, get those 6 figures. Let me see who called me. Open for. Oh, I know that was. I got paid from survey.com. So, a lot of people are looking for flexibility and work life balance, which there's no such thing. And I guess that's why, in so many ways, or reasons why people do these gig jobs. They like, oh, I could just pick up groceries, food, do Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, whatever, and and enjoy the flexibility of making their own money, flexible scheduling, things of that nature. But then they start to make that a little bit difficult. Even that's starting to be a little bit difficult because even though you're an independent contractor, you make your own schedule, you work when you want to work, at the same time, you truly are not working or being independent because you have to be dependent on those apps in terms of how they distribute the orders and if the customer will pay or tip, you know, and even then, that's getting a little bit tiresome. That's why I had to take a break for 2 weeks. It was almost a good 2 weeks that I didn't really work a full week in terms of working 20, 25 hours, picking up groceries, or doing a shop and deliver or whatever, because that was becoming a little bit draining. Hey, Shell. Who else is in here? Because everybody else ain't seen nothing. It was at least what, four, five, six people in here, and all of a sudden, thanks for the thumbs up. And then I don't know. I guess everybody's either at work or they lurking in the background. But even when I had to take a break at Walmart Spark at times, for 2 weeks, and taking that break kind of refreshes your mind, and it kind of give you more pep in your step, as I would like to say. And then, like I said, I took these couple weeks off because I was studying for my course. And then, like I said, it was just so heartbreaking to studied, and then didn't pass again. So I said, forget it. I'm just gonna learn. I'm just gonna learn those basic foundation courses. And when February come, whatever I learn and finish, I'm just gonna keep learning and finishing. And I said, maybe getting a bachelor's degree is not feasible for me to do. But it's not means that I'm not going to learn data analytics. It's not mean I'm not going to pursue that career. I just need to learn the platform in a different way. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think that if I was to try to go to school in that traditional sort of way, even though it's online, it's going to slow me up because technology changes so fast, and so many yeah, there's so many ways of learning, especially when you're learning these new things like machine learning and AI and artificial intelligence. It's you don't you know what? And I said to myself, I'll be a hypocrite to say to someone, you don't need to go to school, you don't need to go to college to learn computers, to learn information technology, to learn technology. You don't need to go to school to learn those type of skills, you know. And then for me to be going to school and learning it in the old way that they're doing it, which is textbook e-learning, textbooks, e-books or whatever, because not actual textbooks, but e-learning on an e-book, and you still learning, reading concepts and not practicing the concepts by doing, that really defeats the purpose. And I said to myself, when I'm going to start learning to code. That's why I signed up for data camp, and then when Microsoft was offering that program where you get to learn and build chat bots and learn the code without coding per se. And I said to myself, and doing chat CPT, I might be saying it wrong, chat GPT. And I said, when were we going to learn this at WGU in this Bachelor's of Data Analytics program? And I started looking at it, and they said, oh, you get to learn that later on in the year, I said I can't wait till later on down the road when I already started learning the codes of learning to write code in Python and learning those little things, but I wasn't sticking at it. I was jumping around and I thought that, ooh, let me learn do the academic way. Maybe I could get a um maybe I could learn more that way. And I'm realizing I'm not. I'm realizing I'm not. When I went to undergrad and graduate school, and I was taking accounting and stuff, those type of courses, oops, I keep hearing something. Those type of courses that I got my degree in, it required that I write a lot of papers. It required that I do a lot of research and writing. But with the exception of some of the classes I took in programming, where you learn the code, you was learning theories, not necessarily um, implementing the actual thing you're doing. Because when I work, if I work for a job or I work for a company and they say, okay, you're an analyst, I'm going to be writing the code, doing the program, doing the actual job. They're not going to say, okay, let's look at the book and that's not how it's going to be done. Hey, Uberman Tamper. All right, y'all, come on in the room, into the thumbs up. Much appreciated. So I said to myself, I said, I did all these weeks and days of studying, and I still did not pass that test today. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. So I said, you know what? I moved on to the second course, and which is database foundations. So I was doing that. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to learn this, what the concepts are, and then um, I'm just gonna put my concentration on the Microsoft Power program. And they still looking for people if you're interested in joining the cohort. And the thing about that is you're not reading a lot of the textbook stuff, No, WGU is too. It's too. I'm not gonna. This first semester, I'm gonna finish the class. I'm gonna finish the semester, but I'm not paying for it. And since I'm not paying for it, and Amazon's paying for the career choice, I can't wait till 2025 to finish so I could so I could move on to a different um, newer career. I'm already learning on the Data Camp platform and also on the Microsoft is I'm actually doing code. I'm learning that. And I said, "Ooh, I like this." So I said, I thought we were going to do programming or writing code and stuff. And then when the second class started, I was like, man, this ain't nothing a bunch of readings again, multiple choice questions. And, you know, I mean, it's good to learn meanings and terms of what an algorithm is and um, what linear regression means and all that kind of stuff. But I was like, well, I'm not waiting to no third semester because um, when I went forward in the program and looked to see what was involved, I said, I gotta wait to learn Python and all those other structure coding programs when I could learn that on this particular program. And then I realized they use the same um, platforms to guide you because everything is self taught. So I said that's a waste of time. I said I could just go straight to the learning on Data Camp and Udacity because it's the same platform they teach it on. And then I liked it much better when I was on that platform. And you still, so I said, oh, let me see. My first two semesters went all a snooze fest. Okay. Well, you know what? Since it ain't coming out of my pocket, I'm not worrying about it. I'll just, I'm just gonna finish taking these 5 classes and learn. But I tried. I said, oh, good grief. And then they want you to pay for the they want you to pay for the retake test. So this would be my third retake test for the class. I'm like, mm-mm. Microsoft and Google both have the. Oh yeah, because I'm doing the Microsoft Power Up program, and I'm doing that now. It's 3 months, so I need to jump off this WGU bagwagon and start going back to learning at WGU, especially since Shelly Shell helped me with the authentication. So I said, shoot, let me go ahead and pick up where I left off at with that, because I'm learning literally. I'm telling you, I'm trying to learn two things at the same time, back and forth with the same thing. And I said my mind needs to, stick to one. So I'm gonna do both, but I'm not gonna boggle myself down with WGU because this is my first semester, and even though I had some classes transferred over, those were the basic classes, and it ain't like I'm trying to stay at Amazon for 2, 3 more years, and not especially since I don't know where I'm standing at this point because I gotta fill out that papers for the long term disability that starts in December because I go to the doctor tomorrow, and if they don't tell me that I'm capable of, if they don't sign me off saying I'm capable of going back to work, which I'm not because they told me they canceled my 4-hour assessment test, which was last week. They canceled it. So I'm just gonna matter of fact, I need to fill out that paperwork. I'm gonna go to Amazon because and so I can ask them to fax this paper over because I don't got no way of faxing nothing over. So I'm gonna go over there to HR and let them fax these papers that I have. But yeah, the Google classes are free because I did the Google program. Matter of fact, one of the programs at Amazon Career Choice, which was technical support, it turned around that it was offered through Coursera on the Google to learn the technical support program through Google. And then when you go to Coursera, if you can't afford to go and take the courses, you could actually do it. They actually give you a scholarship. That's how I was learning. That's how I started learning the few classes that I took back a few years ago. I was going online learning, so I was doing that. But But those programs are still backed up with major schools and college and universities too. You could go to Harvard. You could take a course, that basic computer course at Harvard for free. And if you take it, they say it was very good. So a lot of people take those classes that are free. It's offered through like University of Michigan, Florida, wherever, Stanford. You could go to those schools for free. So a lot of those programs work in conjunction with other companies, and they teach you that. But like I said, even the one I took with data camp, that's a recognized supported program too, because a lot of the companies like Microsoft and Google, um, I know those are two main ones. IBM, they teach those classes online, and it's free. So that's how I found out about it. But yeah, so you could take the Google courses for free. That's how because they have a program, not just Google, it's someone else too, like cybersecurity. I went on my LinkedIn profile. I follow various different groups and people, and they they shared different links when they were seeking people to learn, because there was such a demand for people to go into this AI, machine learning, and data analytics and cybersecurity. See, that's why Amazon offers career choice. It's not because they're generous and they want to, want people to, they do it. The main reason they do it is for tax purposes. They get tax breaks, major tax breaks. Two, they know the demand and the need for people to learn and go into these different fields is shortage of demand. I don't care what anybody think, but when I go to these courses, and I be the only black person, African American black person born here in the United States. Everybody may be black in complexion. Now I know I'm very light skinned, but they may be people of color, but they're people of color of different nationalities. Even the ones in Africa. I'm from Ghana, Nigeria. They all be taking advantage of these programs, all be taking advantage of these learning, because those companies are international companies. It's not just US based company. They are worldwide. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Face, those are international worldwide companies. So they have a presence in other countries, and I see more people from foreign countries in these cohorts. Even if I go into my Microsoft Power Up program and I be looking at the people in my cohort, which in cohort 8, all of them got foreign names. All of them are from, they may be black, all of them from, I'm from Nigeria, Ghana, being the Philippines, Asian, all different races, all different people. But I barely could find anybody that says they're from Atlanta, Georgia, or Florida, born here in the United States, African American woman, or even man for that matter. I don't see it. I don't see people of my, oh, you can forget about age. I'm not gonna come across an American born black woman in their 50s, late 40s, black African American man, and that's trying to go into learning these new skill sets. I'm not saying there are none, but it's rare. Put it that way. It's for me. You know, Amazon offered the career choice program, and like I said, when I did correlation one, I was learning data analytics. I didn't like it because I said it's way too many people in this class, and it was way too many foreign people from other countries. I didn't understand what the hell they were saying. Even the one who took even the proctor who was practicing my exam today. Excuse me, I get that to your camera. I was like, I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated. All that, I'm trying to. I said, "Excuse me." I'm already. I just said this camera can only go so much that I can move. I can only move this camera so much. And I mean, I know you got to see my hands. I know it's guidelines of WGU, but that was so aggravating that it just frustrated me. And just before the test began, I was getting a little bit frustrated. I said, "Man, are you saying move the camera forward? Are you saying move it back? Can you move that box off the desk? You can't." I said, "I got the box because I need to prop my laptop so you can see my hands and the laptop and my face at the same time." And I mean, it was just too much. I was so frustrated before the test even began. And then during the time of taking the test, "Excuse me, I can't see your hand." I mean, I was like, I tried to put my hand down. I mean, what do you think I was gonna do? Have papers and cards under my in my lap, reading through my notes? No, mm. Because if the papers were on the floor, it sure didn't do me no good. Because ain't none of the ain't none of the materials seemed to guide me. So I was like, not to say I was cheating, but at the same time, I'm like, and it's only so much. It's only so much. But I said I'm not gonna give up. Like I said, I'm gonna keep learning. But I told them up front, I'm not paying. I'm not taking out no student loans. I'm not taking no more loans, no more nothing. I said if I'm going to school, it's because somebody else paying for it, or it's free. And since I don't think I'm going to enroll another semester again because um come December it's time to be come December I'll have to see where I stand in terms of working during the tax season again. So I'll know something of another option that is just, I have another opportunity, put it that way. That's what I'm going to say about that. There's another opportunity for me to work for another major company during the tax season. I ain't gonna say which one yet. I don't want to say nothing, but I'll tell some people face to face or on the phone. I'll let them know. But other than that, I'm not gonna really say much about it while I'm in this room. But you know, I just know when tax season come around and if I'm working, I'm most definitely gonna have a lot of time spent working because when tax season comes, I won't be able to put in a whole lot of studying time while at WG while I'm working, even though the semester ends in February. But I'm just gonna keep on at it. I'm gonna keep on learning. And but oh no, I can't wait until it's like I can't wait over a year to finally get to where I need to go. I mean, it's different if I started out as if I was 18, 19, 20, going to undergrad school, going to undergrad and you know, not having a whole lot of only thing my obligations are is going to school part time, no, working part time, a few hours, living at home, and I was able to go to school and learn. But you know, I think I've done it. I think I experienced the college experience of learning, even though it's a different type of platform. I've done it already. And like I said, I'm not taking out no more money. Nope, I'm not taking out no more money. And like I said, for me to tell a younger person at this age and this stage in the game, it's not for you to learn the data to learn the skill sets that's needed. You don't have to go to a regular 4-year college. You don't have to go to a regular school, whether it be online or whether it be brick and mortar. So there are so many ways of learning without having to spend that time. And like I said, um, I need to learn new skill sets, but not in a academic reading books, reading theories, and not gain hands-on experience. I just can't do it no more. I can't do it. I can't learn like that. I was studying, reading, and taking notes, and just like I was like, I mean, I really studied, and I was like, oh, I said I didn't pass this test again, and I'm like, in the meantime, I'm wasting my time doing that. So I'm gonna still learn the code. I'm gonna go on live stream one day so I could share my screen and I could actually show y'all some of the things that I'll be learning. Yeah, it may not be a whole lot. It may not be fancy enough. What it says? I may write about a little program code and be like, look, y'all, look what I wrote. I wrote a code. You know, it might not be extensive and like, oh, good, this is good. But I think I like the Microsoft Power Up program where I'm getting to learn to do chatbots and stuff. So I need to study for that. I need to practice on that today, later on tonight when I get home. So it is what 4:45 now. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take a 6 o'clock class. Let me see what 6 o'clock class they got. I want to see if I want to go to the one in Snellville or I want to go to the one in Tucker. Good dang classes. Upcoming. Let me see. Monday, 6 yoga body scope. Accelerated hit zone. No, I ain't doing that. Ooh, let me see. What's this? A class called Flow. Let me look and see what that's about. The Vinyasa Flow class will take your yoga to. Okay, I could do that. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this new class. It's at 7:30. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Tucker. It's called. It's hot yoga. I'm gonna do that class. I'm gonna take my yoga mat. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that. So I need to drink a lot of water before 7:30. Yeah, I'm gonna take that class. It's at 7:30. It's for an hour. Hot yoga. I already booked it, so I'm gonna go there so y'all can see me do downward dog and whatever else they gonna be doing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that yoga. I already done some cardio yesterday. I mean, I wasn't sweating and but I'm taking it slow. So I'm gonna do some yoga. I need to do some stretching. And yoga is pretty good. When I started learning yoga a few years ago, and I was doing hot yoga, and I was doing all those movements, and um, it helps you with your strength without many people walking through that grass. I hear all that ruffling. And I was doing the hot yoga, and about 2, 3 weeks, hot yoga. Hot yoga. You literally in a room. This class that I'm going to is called Flow, but I've known it as other names, Vyasa, whatever the thing is. It's hot yoga, meaning you in a room the lights are dimly dark. It depends on which one it looks like. I know the one I used to go to at Lifetime Fitness. It's a room and it's literally hot. It's like the temperature is like real when you get in there, it's like real hot and warm. It's not like you're gonna pass out, but you want to make sure you drink water. And you're in the room and it's like heat, and then you have these different you're just doing relaxing. I don't know. I haven't been to this class to see how they did, but when I used to go in the past at Lifetime Fitness, they'd give you like a blanket. Then you have blanket. Then you have like a brick if you need help, because if you're not stressed, you could use certain apparatus to help you. And then you in this heat, and then you laying, relaxing, and you just you know. But it's a very good way of strength detox. Your body naturally detox, so it's really really good. I'm gonna see if I can film it later today. Later today when I get there, I'm gonna try and see if it's gonna work. And I don't, I'll see if I can film it, but it's gonna be hard to film and do the exercise at the same time. But I'm gonna see if I could keep a little bit snippet of the class. So that's at 7:30. So I'm gonna try it out and see. But you don't always have to do running, treadmill, running, and boxing and all that stuff. Sometimes you want to especially you get up in my age. Shelly Shell. When we get up in our age, you too, Scott Uberman Tampa. When we start getting up in, you have to work on your flexibility, and you also want to work on your strength. So I had just did a couple of weights earlier today. I did some weights, trying to build up my muscle and stuff. But you have to build more of your strength so you go, you know, work on your bones and your structure of your bones so you don't be flabby. So, but yoga is good. I'll let you know how that goes. I'll probably, when I finish the class on my way home, I'll I'll come on live stream and talk about it. But I need to drink a lot of water. I bought me some alkaline water at Quick Trip, which has 8 point something alkaline. So I'm gonna bring that 64 ounce of water bottle with me. Drink the alkaline water, and then I'm gonna drink some more water too. I start to notice that my feet wasn't pain and hurting today, so I did start taking magnesium chelate um, last night. It helps you go to sleep, and it helps you with obtain the minerals and stuff. So, but anyway, I've been on here for an hour and 3 minutes, and I need to wait for a phone call, and I need to get dressed, put on my little pants and t-shirt for my yoga class, and get my yoga mat. Where the hell is it? I know where it is. It's in the dang closet. Eehoo. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. And thank y'all. I don't know why I got 2 thumbs ups and I had 6 of y'all in here at one time. No one just came on and left. That's all right. All right. All right, Shelly Shell, Uberman Tampa. Who else might be looking on here? Dorian, maybe Lynn. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.